Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. We've got some more bad news. Yep, you know what it is. It's another cracked piston. It's a 2012 150 Prado, and yeah, we can see a sort of few problems. Hey, this is interesting. These regulators, they're not waterproof, but there you go. That's not the sort of thing I'll be leaving around under the bonnet type thing, you know. It's a temporary setup, you know, because you can't guarantee. Engine bays are a wet area, you know, you need to be able to get it wet. That's why there's diff breathers, you know, way up the top here and all that sort of thing. Bit of water on the fan, bit of spray, all that sort of thing. But look, just had a bit of a quick cleanup to make it a bit easier to work on. We're swapping an engine over on this one, and you can imagine, well, I don't know if you can imagine or not, so I'll tell you about it. There's going to be quite a bit of extra work, you know, wiring and things in the way of this one. Hopefully it doesn't cause too many dramas, but a lot of extra accessories. You can see the extra fuel filter, so that didn't save the engine. You can see the catch can, that didn't save the engine. You've got your batteries here. We need to have a look inside. It's a very heavy vehicle as well. You name it, it's got it by the looks of it. We need to get in there and have a look. Oh, the catch can's bypassed anyway. That could be maybe that's a recent thing. Maybe he just got onto my videos. Mate, turn your alarm off, nobody cares. Yeah, that's it, thank you. Yeah, and maybe sort of half got rid of the catch can, whatever. So I suppose that's not in the way. Let's have a look at, see how heavy this thing is. It's got the bull bar, the lights, the antennas. It's got the rooftop tent. It's got the bigger tyres, 265/75. Sorry, 275/65, so a little bit bigger than normal. A little bit bigger tyres. It's heavy. It's still fully loaded from a trip. These things happen in the Northern Territory quite often, so you wouldn't be, why would that be? It wouldn't be bad fuel, would it? A few Prados go up to the Northern Territory and they all have injector issues, fuel problems, or cracked pistons. Anyway, there it is, fully loaded still. I'm not actually going to go into the back of it, but you can see it's got the rear bar, it's got the spare wheel, it's got all the gear, it's got the bag, it's got the extra jerry cans, the max tracks, and the whole back of the vehicle is full as well. You name it, it's got it. Alright, here it is, the new engine, the long motor to go in to the big bad boy Prado 150. Alright, we got it out of the box. There it is, the long motor. Bada bing. It'll be better when it's in the vehicle though. I'm sure the customer will be happy again then also. Yeah, there's quite a bit of work goes on removing and replacing the long motor, getting the engine out, swapping all the components, cleaning everything. There's hours and hours of work, but one bonus is you get these free recovery points. They come with the engine, so these can be, I think these are rated recovery points. We'll chuck these on eBay, keep your eye out. We're going to start the bidding at 1 cent, rated recovery points. Anyway, I just thought I'd have a quick chit chat, give you a bit more information while I'm sitting in the traffic. Yeah, cracked pistons. Oh, did you see that? Oh, this guy in the Kluger on our left. Yeah, bang, he's just ran straight at the back of the ute. Hang on, better stay back. Oh, he's backing up. Everyone. Oh, car behind's tooting the horn. We got the drama. It's all happening. Oh, no. The guy on the shaking his head. Hang on, let's see if there's any road rage happens here. We'll just focus a bit over here a little bit for a minute. Go that way a little bit. You did this, what do you do that for? This and that. What are you thinking, you goose? And this guy's going, mate, I was busy playing with my phone. Oh no. The things we see, I was just, I was doing another video while on the road. Was that earlier today or yesterday or the day before? And some of the things you see on the road, I'll tell you what, I just about should leave the camera rolling all the time, mate. This guy, he shouldn't care. It's just his tow bar, mate. He's not going to have done any damage. He's got his camera out. He's going to take photos. At least it's all peaceful, I suppose. I'll move up here. Let me see. So don't worry. No, a little argument. What's he hit? I'm just going to have a look at the damage. Ah, he's just run into his tow bar, mate. No damage, mate. Don't worry. It's the Kluger that's got all the damage. No need to swap details. He's going to go fix his own car. Oh, just trying to see the damage. Yeah, no, it's all under control, mate. It's all peaceful now. No worries, mate. Back of the alloy tray, the tow bar hit me. Doesn't matter, mate. Whatever. Anyway, guys, be careful. Make sure you keep your foot on the the guy in front. He's just looked at me, giving the guy behind him a bit, shaking the head. You idiot! What were you thinking? You know. Anyway, these things happen, don't they? So a bit of entertainment. Now, where were we? We can edit all this stuff out, but we don't. We just roll with it. You know what I mean? So we're in the Hilux here, and so you might be able to listen in to our standard Hilux Radl vehicle characteristics. But what we want to talk about is cracked pistons and some ways you can avoid that, and if it does happen, what it's going to cost you, how you can get it repaired, what some of the options are, blah blah blah. So cracked piston, I suppose the first thing we want to talk about is, I think we've already talked about most of the ways you can avoid it. Okay, so it's mostly avoidable, all the things you can use to avoid. Tools at hand. Okay, so got a couple of cracked pistons going on at the moment. So we've got that one there that we're putting the engine in, and I'll just give, as I sort of did at the start of the video, for those that want to hang around and gather the information. He knows that he's about 3.5 tons, so she's heavy. It's got the wind resistance of a bloody Kenworth, and it hasn't got a Cummins or a Caterpillar engine, has it? It's got a little 4-cylinder 1KD. Yes, he's been up the top of Australia, up around WA, Northern Territory. I think it was in Northern Territory where it cracked the piston, and he had been travelling at the speed limit, of course, the 130 km/h or so thing, as we do. I like to push the vehicles and give them a good test out, but you've got to understand, when you've got a vehicle that's already a brick and then you add a lot of gear on the roof, front, back, left, right, inside out, heavy as anything, and he knows it. He knows he's heavy. It's all good, but when you do that, if you don't want a cracked piston, it's probably wise to not push the 130, because you are massively loading up that vehicle's engine. To be quite honest, I can't remember the Ks. I think it's only around the somewhere between 150 and 200, so not massive. But being where it is as well, it's probably fuel contamination is usually a contributor. There's a lot of vehicles or people, when I say a lot, we're talking about very small percentages, but lots of people that contact me with cracked pistons, oh, you know, they're up there, or they've just been up there, this type of thing. So, you know, being up Northern Territory, you know, it must have the worst fuel or something. I don't know where they get it from, but it's a really common thing for the low population compared to, you know, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, all that sort of thing. There's a lot of cracked pistons come out of the Northern Territory, right? So you want to avoid it. Just be wise about how you use the vehicle, I suppose, is the first point I'd like to make, which I've made before in other videos. I always suggest to people, check out those. You know, there's so many people that think they're great, and there's heaps of information, and they're so grateful, and there's even a bit of entertainment in there, like, you know, maybe a little few things in this video today, perhaps. You know, we don't try too hard. It's not the comedy channel, okay? There's people that make up channels just to get entertainment, and if I want to get more likes and more money and whatever, we just fly off the handle and we just go full funny and just be completely stupid and smash up and burn cars and whatever, right? And we never know, we might do that one day when we get bored. You never know. So subscribe, turn the bell on if you haven't already, so you don't miss out. It's only one video a day. It usually goes for about 10 minutes. So it can be 5 minutes, it can be 3 minutes, might be 15 or 20, but it's not a lot of time out of your day to get the education on motor vehicles in general, or in particular if you've got a Toyota or a 1KD diesel or any other, Prado or Hilux or whatever the case may be, because a lot of the information, you can use it on any of these vehicles. It's good information. So, you know, you can pretty well avoid it, you know, avoid the chips and tunes and that sorts of thing. So the reason I got on to saying, well, you know, there's a couple on the go at the moment, I just ordered another, just literally in the last hour ordered another engine for another client, and he tows heavy, and he's got a chip or a churn, I don't know, I can't remember which one it is. It all just blends into me, and I don't care. He said, oh no, I said, no, it's not I don't like them, I hate them, or I'm going to hold it against you. I'm just giving people information. I don't give a stuff about chips or tunes, right? I even want to remap this Hilux because it's gutless compared to our Prados, right? And it's the same engine. So there's a little bit of extra information for you. So if you've got a Hilux, they're a bit detuned compared to the Prado. People have asked that before. So can I go and get it remapped? Now this is the thing. You can probably get it remapped to similar to what the Prado output is and get away with it. But who's going to do it? Do they know what they're doing? Do we trust them? So I don't want to say yes because there's not that many, just like there's not that many people around that can do any sort of mechanical work properly, whether it's services or changing injectors or transmission services or whatever. It's just making me tired, and it's painful thinking about the amount of cars there are to look after out here and the lack of people that can do things properly. You know, they're busy sending your vehicle to the wreckers. They're not, in a lot of cases, they're not really helping things. So yeah, it makes me tired, really. It's, you know, chasing your tail, mate, trying to, you know, hit the brakes. Got to concentrate on the road for a minute, sorry about that. Yeah, there you go. So, look, you know, avoid the chips and tunes, change your injectors at the right. Oh, lucky we had a spare lane to go into. We just saved him. There he is. Oh, he gave me a wave to say, I had a look at him and gave me a wave to say sorry, right? You know, like, oh, what else are we going to get today? That's nothing, by the way. I get a lot worse than that. And just to be clear, that's an orange light, well and truly orange. The next one could be, it's stop if you can do so safely, you know. So, of course, whenever you can, you stop if you can do so safely. That's another orange one, right? Maybe I'm saying this because it's hard for some people to see like how close I am to cars in front of me, and this one's about to change as well, right? And we won't be stopping there either. Look, we haven't got through that one full green. So I just like to allow that information. No, I'm not tailgating anyone. I'm not going through red lights or anything like that. It's a little bit different for you to time it than it is for me driving the. I'm very good at stopping at red lights and stopping at orange lights, but I'm not going to anchor up if I'm going to get through safely if I've got someone close behind me. You can't see my rear view mirror, right? So just be aware of that. And there's plenty of people out here today in a hurry. We're just having a chit chat. It is Friday afternoon, so this is Friday afternoon chit chat. Let you know where things are at. So, you know, the other one we just ordered the engine for. Chip, tune, towing big caravans, just been on a big trip, you know, around Australia type thing, few months away, whatever it is. It's all good. So we've ordered an engine. I'll give you some good news and some bad news, right? So new engines, I recommend them. I recommend if this happens to you, or whether it's the block oil pickup thing, again, that is fully and completely avoidable, which is why we keep doing videos and trying to share that information so that it doesn't happen to you or your friends, because we don't want anybody having to sell an engine for a blocked oil pickup, or because the injectors didn't come out and get reseated. Okay, so that is better than nothing. If you can't afford injectors, at least get them out, get them reseated, resealed and all that. But remember, risk of contamination. So you've got to watch all the videos to be able to calculate when you should be doing your maintenance, because it's our channel that is giving you that information, which is why it's important to watch all these videos till the end. As long as I want to talk for, you need to listen and think about that. Otherwise it could end up in tears, costing you a lot of money or inconvenience. So he's cool, but his engine, the one we just ordered now in the last hour, I think we're going to have to wait at least about a month. So there's this thing called COVID. It's been going on a couple of years. I shouldn't have even said it in the video. Now someone's got to check it and all that. You know, they've got to fact check it. You know, fact checkers have got to fact check everything that's got the word this, that and the other. You know, those key words, right? So someone's got to fact check it now. So, but we're talking about cars and engines. We're not talking about that. But because of that, there's delays in manufacturing, and of course because people are locked up, right? Locked up, locked down, left, locked up, locked down, doesn't really matter. We're not going to call you locked up, we call you locked down. You like it? You like the way they've made it feel okay? They've made it feel okay for everybody by calling it locked down, not locked up. If you're in the lock-up, you'd be depressed because you're locked up. But you're not locked up, you're locked down, okay? Now it's up to you to work out what the difference really is. Right, I'm just going to stop here because even though the light's been green for a long time, it's slow getting going, you know, the delayed reaction. Anyway, locked up, locked down. There's delays in manufacturing. There's factories that burn down. There's delays in this and that. And because all the money everybody's handing out, there's all these handouts of money. There's all this money out there, and inflation is out of control, and everyone's spending money, which is adding to even more inflation. Of course, there you can't get the things you need. So this is what I'm saying, right? There's also a shortage of not only injectors and injector pipes and seals and gaskets and this gasket and that map filter and that ultra grey and that molly coat and whatever it might be, probably timber dowel as well, because there's a shortage of timber. There's also a shortage of engines, like there's a shortage of cars, right? There's the only thing there isn't a shortage of is money, because all this fake money has been thrown on the monopoly table. It's been handed out, right? So aka ruining the country, saving the country, I don't know, it depends which way you look at it. See the engine, bit of a delay there, yep, you get that. The good news is he's waiting, so he's going to get the right engine and all that sort of thing in the end, instead of going, oh, I'll get a rebuild or I'll get an engine from the wreckers, because that is the next step of poor man pays twice, or it's sort of the first step into poor man. So he's gone well so far, he's following all the information, but if he was to go, oh, I'm in a hurry, I'm just going to get a rebuild or something, you know, then that is the first step of, well, you know, you probably wouldn't pay twice, but it'd be more of a poor man, has lots of inconveniences and stuff like that. Just trying to work out if his wheels are spinning. It's making a lot of noise. Wet roads, I don't know. And anyway, Cracked Pistons, if you want to get an engine replaced, you can come to us, because then you know it's done right the first time. I'm not here to sell you engines. If I was doing that, the video would have been talking about engines at the start, and all the people that are there at the start, they're gone now. So it's only the wise people that are still, you know, hanging around, and they're still here. An engine, I'm going to give you a figure. It's about 10 grand, right? Now it can be cheaper, but the thing is there's other components, and that's why, oh, there's one of those speed cameras. See what I'm talking about? I just want to off topic for a minute. There it is. See that white Pathfinder there with a rear windscreen wiper going? Speed camera pointing out the back window. I'm not actually sure if they shoot you out the front window as well, but I reckon I have seen in one of those cars cameras in the front window as well. So don't speed. That's the simple way to put it, isn't it? Don't speed. Okay, so engine 10 grand, because you've got all these other components that it's really good value for money. There's a lot of things that are included. I know what's included and what's not included. We won't go into that. We'll be here another 10 minutes. But if you purchase from me, you're going to get everything you need and nothing you don't type thing, because I know what's included and what you need based on your situation, or whether it's a 120 or a 150, except for the one or two things I forget or stuff up or forget to put in or whatever. And, you know, that's the sort of things I'll make mistakes on, because there's so many components and we do it rarely, you know. It's like one every, well, hopefully it's not two a week. It's more like one every few months usually. So, or we can actually install it for you as well, and we're going to be dearer on a lot of these things because we do it properly. To do the job properly takes time, okay? There's a lot of time in just getting the vehicle in, getting the vehicle going, the diagnosis side of things, getting it cleaned up, ready to get the job done right. And what do I mean by that? Well, like I said, this one, it's just come back from a trip, literally. Hasn't even been unpacked. Hopefully there's not too many rotten sandwiches or you know, bags of, yeah, well, let's not even go. Let's not even go there. Who knows what's in the vehicle, right? We're not going in there. The point is, what's the point? I don't even know what the point is. We get so relaxed here Friday afternoon. I don't even know what the point is. The point is, it takes time to do the job properly, to not bust all those clips and clamps and to undo all those plugs while they're caked. They've been like glued in with dirt, dust and mud. Trust me, that's what happens. It's just like super glue, right? And these plugs, you can sit there literally for half an hour to an hour. Oh no, try this one, try that one. And you got your fingers are just ruined. You just can't do it. And you want to get a tool onto it and squeeze it back. You're gonna bust it. It's plastic. You got to get the pliers or something, get the multi grips and give it a good squeeze. No, that's not going to work out too well either, really. So you've really just got to use your finger, unfortunately, and you know. That's what's got to happen. You just got to take the time and try again, and good luck, you know, try again. And it takes time. You can be there all day trying to get an engine out and not have it out because you've spent hours and hours on these plugs, right? So when we do an engine, it's not going to be $1,000 or $2,000 or something like that in labour, right? It's going to be whatever it takes. I'll give you an estimate, okay? Here's your estimate. It's going to be about 5 grand, right? So about 10 for an engine and about 5 for labour. So you've got a budget about 15, which some people might think it's a lot, but then if you've got other problems and other components that aren't normal for us to replace, like turbos or radiators or whatever, you've got to add that on top. Now, quite often big dealers quote 20 grand for an engine, and look, it may or may not include those things. I wouldn't have a clue what they're quoting on, but most quotes that I hear from people are 20 grand, 20 grand, 20 grand. I can tell you that most jobs we do are about 15 grand. But I guarantee you, it's going to be better. You're going to have the right parts, all the right new bits replaced, and we're not going to leave behind any old crap that we forgot to order because, oh, that's 3 weeks from Japan. We got it in stock, mate. We've planned ahead, so you don't need to worry about that. So there's no fixed price. It's what it is. It's around about that. Prices of engines change. They go up and down. Availability also, like I said. Some of the engines at the moment, some part numbers are available right now. For example, in the Melbourne warehouse, they're there. I can get one right now and have it within a day or two. There's other engines that are like this other one that's, you know, it's about a month away. I'll say at least a month, could be next year. Anyway, just wanted to share some of that info for the people that want to listen. You know, this isn't for everyone. I know it's only the regulars and the people that want maximum info that hung around. So if you did, please hit the thumbs up button. I know you're already subscribed and you've got the bell on, because you'd be stupid not to be this far into a video and not have that on. So I already know the people who are this far into it, they've got that on. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a great day. It's got to be better than the weather here at the moment. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope you have a great next week, and appreciate you watching. It's a bada bing. I think we're 80. I just want to talk about that cracked piston. There's going to be a whole series of videos, possibly, maybe, with some information on replacing this engine, whatever comes up. You know, we try and do what we can. Obviously we're busy, we've got to get the job done, and we've got other work to do as well. So trying to get some information, some footage in between can be difficult, but I'm really trying hard to give you some information, which is why I'm doing this right now. I'd rather just sit here in peace and quiet and not, don't believe it or not, I don't love talking. Probably wouldn't mind a little bit, but I could quite easily just sit here, and here we go. I don't know if that's my tunes actually. I might try something else. Yeah, not that one. Too much chit chat, mate. At least there was a song, right? We're in chill out mode now. Alright guys, we're out of here. See ya. Another one of those cameras. Did you see that on the left? They're bloody everywhere. I don't know if I caught that just in time, but another one of those cameras. They've got the cameras out. They're giving you the money and they're just taking it back in the other hand. Unbelievable. And everyone's probably doing under the speed limit or 3Ks over.